people if we can't go to people, if we don't go to people. If we don't go to people, we'll never be able to help them. And that's what Jesus was saying. He says, I want you to pray that God would send. Not that people would come, but that the Lord would send people out into the field. And that's hard, because most of our church activity is about rallying people to a place. And you've got a great place here. Tremendous building with great history, beautiful aesthetics. Who wouldn't want to spend lots of time right here? This is wonderful. And there's value in being here. But the harvest is out there. So we need to spend time thinking through, strategizing, praying about how to get people from in here out there. And I don't know what that looks like for you. I know what it looks like for us. One of the things it looks like for us at Zion is not over-programming, not asking people to spend 20 hours a week at the church, having meeting after meeting after meeting after program after program after study. We want people to be able to spend time with their neighbors. We want people to be able to spend time with the coworker that they're around every day, but they don't even know their kid's name. I know in a small town like this, that may or may not be true. You might say, we know everybody. But what about going to another community? What about reaching beyond just the four walls, not walls, but the borders of Powers Lake, moving beyond that? Jesus knew this. He spent time with people. As a matter of fact, that's one of the biggest criticisms of Jesus, wasn't it? Isn't that one of the things that Jesus got criticized for the most? In Matthew chapter 11, verse 19, it says this, that the Son of Man came eating and drinking, and they say, look at him, a glutton and a drunkard, a friend of tax collectors and sinners. Jesus was criticized for doing the very thing that he commands us to do, and that's to go and to spend time with and to be around people who are far from God. It's one of the greatest compliments I think you can ever give to a pastor. Is, Pastor Mike, you spend too much time with people who don't go to church here. And Pastor Mike would say, thank you. That's a compliment. Because that's what we're all called to do. And what if we all did that? What if we all spent time with people who weren't like us? What if we all spent time with people who didn't sing Blessed Assurance every Sunday? What if we all spent time who didn't know the words to Jesus Saves or Amazing Grace? What kind of a difference could that make in this area and in this region? But it's one of the most difficult things for us to do, because the longer we know Jesus, the harder it is to maintain connections and relationships with those who don't. It just is the facts. What do we do? What do we do about that? We've got to strategize. We've got to plan. We've got to be more intentional about being into the harvest, about going. Zion's mission that God has given to us is to help people far from God discover life in Jesus. Very simple, but that word help is very important to us. Jesus said, I want you to go. I want you to minister to people's needs so that the message, when it's proclaimed, has validity. There's weight to it. We preach the gospel everywhere, okay? But we demonstrate the gospel just as much by reaching out and helping people. We have a food pantry that ministers to about 180 families every month. That's something that's needed in our community, so we do it. And when we gather with them, we spend time with them. We pray with folks that come for food. We open up the scripture.